Hey guys, I'm gonna give you an update here on my CSC TT250 and all the mods I've been doing to get ready for going on some of these adventure rides. Just getting the bike more suited for some more heavy duty use. Um, Start with the motor. So far on the motor, what I've done is I put in a 70 millimeter piston and cylinder kit. The stock is 67, so gone up on that. Also put in a high lift cam and the silent rocker arm system. Um, Thin base gasket and head gasket. Raise the compression up a little bit. The stock one for this year, they changed it. It used to be 9.6 to 1 compression ratio, and they adjusted it down to, I think it's like 8 to 1 compression ratio, so that those thinner gaskets will help raise it just a little bit, not much, but still safe, in a safe zone. I poured and polished the head, and I also lapped the valves, even down to a really fine compound. I actually used a diamond polishing compound at the very end to get it super lapped, so that way it seals up really nice. And that should help raise the compression as well, better performance. I also put heavy duty springs in the head as well on the valves. Heavy duty valve springs. While I mentioned heavy duty springs, I also put heavy duty clutch springs. So that's I also did a Nibbi PE28 carburetor. That's not on yet, but I did get it. I also did the MotoCult exhaust system. I'm really happy with the fitment of it. There's a lot of stuff out there about, how a lot of these pipes don't fit right, and they rub and all kinds of issues. The MotoCult exhaust does bolt right up with no issues, and it's got good clearance on everything. The only thing about it is it's pretty loud. Even the guys I ride with, they're always commenting about how loud it is. So I am gonna see maybe if I can repack it and if I can get it to quiet down just a little bit. So moving from kind of the engine over to the cooling system, I've got quite a few things going on that I've done. I did the top-down valve cover, and then also, as you can see here, the oil cooler as well. I have a oil cooler fan that's going to go in here, which is also going to be controlled by a oil temperature switch. It'll turn on at 220 degrees, shut off at 180. They'll keep it in a safe range. This right here is also for a temperature sensor, and that will also run a gauge up on my dash up there. In addition to that, I have installed a oil pressure sensor, and I'll have a gauge up there as well. It's a 2-in-1 oil pressure and oil temperature gauge. I have also put a oil dipstick gauge. So between all those, I'll have a pretty nice little feel for how all my oil's doing. I got a Trail Tech cylinder temperature sensor and gauge as well. It goes where the spark plug goes. That should give me a nice reading on my cylinder temperature. So yeah, as far as engine, carburation, exhaust, that's most of my updates there. Let's see, moving over to wheels and suspension, I have done ultra heavy duty tubes. I put bead locks, so I did front and rear ultra heavy duty tubes, bead locks front and rear, and then I also put on some Tusk dual sport tires as well. As far as, I got an X-ring chain also. Haven't installed that yet, but that'll be on there soon. I've got on suspension, forks are not on right now, but I did respring the forks. I went with some heavier fork springs. I also went with some heavier fork oil, but it went way too heavy. Stock is like 5 weight. I ended up going to like 15. It was just way too heavy, and the forks would just jam up. They couldn't even get through the port. So I reduced it down to 7 weight. It's much better now. Pretty happy with it. For the rear shock, I did two things. First, I put a little extra preload on the stock shock, and it made pretty good difference out. I was fairly happy with it. But meanwhile, I bought a rear shock from a Ninja, and I'm in the middle right now of rebuilding that. I've got a heavy duty spring that I put on it, and then I got a new bottom out bumper I'm putting in. I'm changing all the fluid on it as well. So I'm going to be trying that rear shock out on this as well. Hopefully between the two, the upgraded fork springs plus the heavier duty rear shock, I'll be able to carry a little extra weight, and maybe be able to, hit some of the terrain a little bit harder. I will be carrying some gear with me on this bike, so it'll be nice to have a little extra support as well. Motor stuff, I don't think I mentioned, I did put a magnetic drain plug on here. And let's see, while I'm down here, I got wider foot pegs. They're not on yet, but I also got a foldable gear shifter, and it's a little extended too, which is really nice. This is my boot. A little tough to get in it with the short lever, gear shifting lever that they put on this bike. It's not very. They don't give you much room, man, for wearing a motocross boot. So the shifter I got is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Also, while I'm here, another thing that I did is I noticed that the swing arm, this bushing that's right here, it doesn't come stock with much of a seal, and it does allow dirt and water and stuff to get into your swing arm, and that's an area that rusts really easily. So I found a seal that fits really well, and I put it on both sides, and now I've got a really nice seal. It's all packed with oil, or excuse me, grease, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I'll share some of that info. Also, while I'm here, I got a kickstand, a different kickstand. It's real light, and this kickstand, the other one really stuck out really far. It was really kind of dangerous in my opinion. But this one here, it's hard to do with one hand because it's not installed, but it's going to swing way up, and it's going to be out of the way. It's going to be really nice. So I'm pretty happy about this. Once I get this installed, I'm pretty excited about it. I also got a plastic skid plate for this, lightweight. Pretty happy about that. And yeah, I think on the other side, speaking of controls, on the other side, I got a rear brake lever toe piece that is foldable. And so what's really nice is that, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it folds. But this, you just cut this off here, and then this is going to screw on there and replace basically. So then I'll have a foldable piece. So if I hit something, I won't bend my brake lever, because I've already bent it twice already, just hitting rocks and debris and stuff. So that'll be nice. Let's see, moving up to electrical and kind of the bars, and all the different stuff I have going on. I got quite a bit of stuff going on. First, I'll start back here. I got a main fuse box that I found a good spot that's going to fit right here. Has a cover as well, but this has got, gosh, 6 different, is that right? Yeah, no, 12 different fuses. And if one of the fuses blows, the light comes on, so it's really easy to see, identify if you have a blown fuse. I'm going to be running all my auxiliary stuff through this. I won't touch my existing electrical system. I'll pretty much leave it the way it is, so that way anything that I do as far as auxiliary stuff is completely isolated from the stock electrical system, so that, if I ever have a goof up, it's not going to mess up the bike, keep it from running. So and then moving over here, we'll move over to the front here as far as electrical and controls. I've got the headlight off right now, but I will be splicing into the main wiring harness here for the high-low beam. Whenever I switch to a high beam, my auxiliary lights will come on as well. So that'll make it kind of nice to be able to just switch high-low and be able to have full high. And even in the daytime, if I want, for more visibility, I can have these on the road. I also got some amber lights as well. Those will help with not only increased visibility for cars on the road, but also helps in like dusty conditions, especially as the sun's going down. And those amber lights also switch to a clear light also. So I've got, some pretty nice little options there. I also got this tower, which is it's made by Nice CNC. Pretty happy with it. It's got not only the windscreen, which if I have the headlight on, the headlight the plastic comes right underneath here, so it kind of makes a nice windscreen. I think it's going to come out pretty nice. Pretty happy about that. And then also this like dash area here, I'm going to be able to put all my gauges and stuff. So I'm going to have quite a few gauges on here. I'm going to have my I'm going to have an air fuel ratio gauge, which is going to tell me if I'm running rich or lean. I'm going to have an exhaust temperature gauge, tell me if my exhaust temperatures are getting out of whack. And then I'll have the oil pressure and oil temperature sensor or gauges. I will also have the gauge for the cylinder temperature. I'll also have power outlets out of here as well. I have also a tire pressure gauge here. Also tells me front and rear. I did get foldable mirrors. I haven't installed them yet, but I got foldable mirrors. I was fairly happy with these, but I did smack one of these on a branch and actually broke one already. I replaced it, but I ended up getting foldable mirrors instead. Pretty happy with them. They're pretty inexpensive. There's some knockoff brands now. So I did put bar risers on this. Got the bars up a little higher. I will have my GPS mount right here, and then my phone. So I got quite a bit of stuff going on there. I also put grip warmers, and I even put a seat warmer. I know it sounds kind of silly, but man, I tell you, having a nice warm seat when you're doing a big long ride and it's cold out really makes a difference. And it doesn't add hardly any weight. They're so light. And this thing's got a great stator on it, man. It puts a 300 watt stator, so you can really run a lot of stuff on this thing. So I'm not worried about it. I'm also going to have a voltmeter on here as well. On one of my gauges, it'll have all that. I also have an altimeter. I've got quite a bit of stuff, so I'll be able to really have a good gauge on on everything, really, everything that's pertinent. Yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on here. I've got quite a bit of stuff to continue working on here. As I button it all up, start test riding it, I'll put out some more videos, kind of show you what I'm dealing with, how everything's going. But let me know if you have any comments, suggestions, anything that's worked well for you, either on this bike or any of the other similar Chinese bikes, of course, the Hawk and all those guys. There's quite a few of them. They're all very similar. So this one thing about the CG250, man, it's a good bulletproof engine, man. Simple engine, been around forever, and this is a good reliable engine. So yeah, let me know, guys, if you got any suggestions, comments, things you like, things you don't like, weight savings, or concerns about additional weight. I really haven't added a whole lot of weight, really, honestly. I've taken some stuff off. I took off the rear foot pegs, took off a few things here and there, but for the most part, I don't think I'm adding too much weight. But the heavy duty tubes and the heavier duty tires definitely add some weight to the wheels. But I want to have good heavy duty tires. That's important on these trails. So, all right. Well, thanks, guys. Let me know and ride safe. Talk to you later. Bye bye.